Who's your favorite draft prospect, Derek? That's not number 1, number 2, or number 3.
Miles McBride. I liked his defensive intensity as a PG.
Is that the first card you got?
Well, I didn't need to. I have a list. I have what we did. I have the top 3 prospects.
Okay, well you gotta spoil the rest of the show.
Oh, yeah. I got all that listed. And then Alperen Sengun. He's
Sengun?
Yeah, Sengun.
I like Sengun too. Shengun.
I don't know how to
I like
say
him
it.
too.
We got fans from all over the world. So a fan corrected me. He said it's Alperen. And I was saying Sengun, and he said it's like Shigun.
Shingun.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like him too though. He's
He
one of
gave
my
me
top
some
3.
bonus vibes. I liked his bully ball. And for a dude that really didn't shoot the ball well from 3, he shot like 81% from the free throw line. So like his shooting ability is there. So like he just needs to work on the range a little bit. And I feel like he's gonna be a hell of a project to work on because I feel like he has like certain aspects of his game that is natural to him, like his vision, his size, his ability to his footwork is amazing in the post. But when you look at like 4s now, they're kind of asked to like stretch the floor.
He won't be a 4. He's gonna be a center.
Definitely more.
He's gonna be a
5.
center, but like he's 6'9".
Yeah,
so that's kind of like
Bam Adebayo is 6'9".
You're right. So I mean,
It's gonna take a few years. He's one of my favorite prospects
I
too.
love
I
that.
like
Right.
projects. I like projects.
Yeah.
Like one of my favorite. This is why I'm also bad at drafting. That's why I never come
Me
and
too.
say that I'm good at it. But he's very thin. He's 6'9". It's gonna take some time for him to bulk up and put some muscle on to defend the top centers. But I think his offensive feel looked pretty good in the 3 videos I watched him. Look pretty good. And
I
those
hope
are the
he
type of
lands to
things
the
I like.
Spurs. I like him a lot. I think he can play right away. I don't think he's a project. I think he could play right away. He was a Turkish league MVP at 18. That's not no light shit.
Dude, I don't know much about Turkish league. Do they have people that he would guard that are similar to NBA size? Because like even Bam Adebayo, right, 6'9", but Bam Adebayo's fucking 6'9" muscle.
no,
pure
he
muscle.
Bam
did
is
struggle to guard like bigger players, like dudes that were legit 5s. He did struggle to guard them.
Yeah, some guys never are going to be defensive anchors. But his offensive ability is just so. He
For those
plays at the top
tweeners?
of the key, dribble handoffs. He can grab it and go. He can shoot threes. He's not a floor spacer, but he
I
can
saw
shoot
him hit a
threes.
step back 3, and I'm like, damn.
He can take bigs off the dribble. He can put their ass on his back. He has counters to counters. He has shit that is like would take years. Like the moves that he has is what you are trying to give a project.
And he's 18, right?
Yeah.
He's only 18.
Right. So if he's coming to the league with that, I can't view him as a project. You know what I mean? Like
I see what you mean.
What's his name? Gogo Badazzi.
Yeah.
He didn't really play, so he was probably like a project. I think he can come in and already be better than Gogo Badazzi. I'm not saying he's gonna come in and
Gogo Badazzi ass ain't do shit.
he ain't do nothing, right? And everybody felt so sorry for him when nobody wanted to talk to his ass at the draft presser. I see why. He didn't do anything.
And he got in a fight with his coach.
He did.
Yeah, wasn't that him? Didn't he get in a fight with his coach?
The one that was walking back to
Yeah.
Was that him?
I'm gonna look it up. I'm pretty sure that was him.
Right.
I remember a tall white guy. Who's another tall white? It wasn't Sabonis. Goga.
He was like, yeah, they was going
Goga
at it.
Badazzi.
No, never mind.
I feel like that just
Fight.
wouldn't be him though. You know what I'm saying? On that
Fight with
Pacers
coach.
roster.
There it is.
Shit, I guess.
Yeah.
Walking back to the fucking huddle.
And Greg Foster.
Greg Foster told his ass to hustle on defense or something, and he got mad. So.
So are you also like him a lot?
Who?
Shigun?
I like him. Yeah, I like him. I hope the Spurs get him. I think he'll be real good with how the Spurs like to run the offense. He can play at the top of the key. So we'll see. But yeah, I like him. I really think he's legit. And from my people that I know who's played overseas, they say that Turkish league is like that.
No, they really.
That ain't no light league. You know, some niggas win awards or dominate certain leagues, and people who played overseas will tell you like that league really shit. That was like a third division league. They're saying that the Turkish
Those
league
leagues Mike can go to.
is up there.
Okay.
That ain't no light shit to take. We have to consider the fact that he just dominated that league. That's some big shit. So, yeah, man, I like him. I like his footwork defensively. My thing with defense is this. It don't fucking matter. As much as we talk about defense wins championships, as far as getting on the court to play, if you can score, you're going to play. Lou Williams not stopping nobody. He's playing.
And that's why I like when you talking about
Not that it don't matter in basketball, but I'm just talking about you're going.
I think me and you gonna always disagree on the defense thing because
I love defense, but it's just a fact. Like,
but when I see a center, I think the center should be one of the better defensive players on the court, just because you have so much responsibility protecting that basket, and a layup is the easiest basket in all of basketball.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And I think he can. I don't think he's gonna be bad. I just don't think he's gonna be no defensive team guy.
Well, I think it's fine though. Like especially when you have those guys that are like tweeners, they might not ever be able to hold that shit down at like a guard against fives. Which in today's game, it's not many fives that even do that in the first place. But like,
yeah, like when you look at Kat and Jokic, they're not the best defensive centers, but they're one of the best at their position.
But they hold it down though. It's a lot.
That's what I think. Sometimes that's all you need though.
Yes, exactly.
It's really all you need, and I think a big part of these people like that are just defensive liabilities. Like it's just if learning to be in the right spots and having another like people on your team, obviously that are NBA level, like rotations are really big when it comes to defense. It's not just I can stay in front of my man and I can guard him. It's being at the right spot at the right time.
And him being okay on defense is the difference between him being a fucking Enes Kanter who can only play 12 minutes a game and can't play in the playoffs versus him being somebody actually that's solid.
But the reason I would bet on him is because he showed me something that Enes Kanter hasn't, which is IQ. Normally guys who have the brains of how basketball plays is like what Mike says. They can anticipate. And if he goes to a team like the Spurs from day one, he's going to be able to learn a lot.
Does the Spurs have again?
12.
Okay.
12.
He can learn a lot, and when you're around other good defenders, it's just about knowing where you have to be. That's why Mike had the 2 good days we played in the gym, not because he was stopping anybody from getting anywhere, but he was always where he needed to be defensively. And it's like, oh shit, we out here on one accord, we decent. And
Except
I think he can.
play.
I don't know how that
happened. My man's literally on the other side of the court.
But yeah, I think it worked. And my thing with defense, because I love defense, but we always see players who are more defensive liabilities play than offensive liabilities. A guy who cannot do shit on offense will not fucking play.
Yeah,
but a guy who can't do shit on defense will play minutes.
And the thing about defense, I feel like, is a lot of it's like physical things that they don't have that they could develop over a few years. Like you can develop some lateral quickness. You could develop like IQ defensively.
Right.
Lateral quickness is one of the ones.
Yeah.
I think you can develop the strength at least to be a better defender. Lateral quickness is some shit like
I think it's the other shit
you can definitely improve it. Like
you can. I think it's the other shit he was talking about. And IQ obviously goes as you play the game board, but it's just more that like natural instinct that sometimes you really just can't teach.
Yeah,
that's why I think you got to look for in terms because it's. If they have that, and also you see they have tools to it, it ain't shit to get them in the gym and get them lifting weights or get them, in the film room looking at shit.
Yeah, and some guys is literally just like being in the right position, like knowing position defense more so than trying to.
Good coaching.
We just talked about that for 3 minutes, didn't we?
We did.
You missed that part. That's why Mike had 2 good days because he was in the right.
Mike, who is one of your favorite draft prospects this season?
One of my guys I like is Sharif Cooper. He's a point guard to me, like, and he's not something that like just jumped out, but like his pass is some shit that's like, damn, it's one of those things you really just can't teach. I think he's in a good spot too. It's not like he's one of those top projected lottery guys where he's gonna have a lot of pressure on him, but he's gonna be one of those backups that comes in. I think he's gonna do is just gonna get like quality minutes, and then he's gonna like it's gonna get higher and higher every time he touches the court. But no, I like one thing that really impressed me about him is he averaged 20 points a game. Half of those shits was free throws.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was getting, I think, like around 8.5 free throws a game. He's shooting a good percentage, and that's literally just because, like, he was able to use his side, well, not size, but
smaller, right?
Yeah, his quickness and everything, and craftiness and all that. And I think when you have a dude like that, a lot of the other shit, like the jumper and all that, he's gonna have to find ways to get around that and improve on it. But those small guys, they've been having to like get over those type of humps all their damn life. Like they've been having to get past 6'6" defenders, have to shoot over the bigs. Like they're gonna adapt pretty well.
I don't know much about him, but I definitely had a 2K mock draft or like a 2K draft class, and he ended up being a 90 overall. So I deleted that thing. Not his rookie season.
No,
but like 3 years down the line, he was a 90, and I was like, this draft class fucking sucks.
Sharif Cooper cool. He's small as hell. So if Davion,
are we talking 6 foot or smaller?
I think it said it listed as 6'1", so maybe 6 foot.
If Davion Mitchell's height is a concern, then he has to be a concern because at least Davion Mitchell plays a lot bigger. Sharif Cooper is legitimately small.
Yeah, Davion Mitchell got them shoulders on him.
So, but I mean, he's cool. He's creative. He's flashy. think it depends on really where he goes for him, because a passer, he has to be passing the ball to somebody. I think he has to be in the up-tempo offense.
Yeah.
But the jump shot, man. Jump shot. Guys who pass, just like Josh Giddey, just like Lonzo Ball, just like Ben Simmons. If we doing a pick and roll and I can go under all the time, then, you know, I can neutralize your passing. Or if you're going to be predictable, which what I do like about Sharif Cooper is he'll attack and he'll drive, because a lot of guys, like, remember Lonzo early when he still kind of is like that, where he drives and it's almost predictable that he's going to pass. He wants to drive to pass, and everybody was like, oh, we just not going to collapse the defense because he wants to pass anyway, and he's going to miss the layup once he realizes he has to take it. Sharif Cooper will go to that layup and try to finish, and he will finish at times. But I just think it depends on where he goes.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of people trying to attach him to the Knicks at 19. Like, I'm so cool on that shit.
Nah, I thought he'd be like late 20s.
I'm so cool on using our 19th pick on a guard.
Another one of my guys is Usman
Garuba.
Playing with Spain right now. I didn't watch all of their game against Team USA, but I did watch some periods of time when he was in it. He's one of the Kenny type players where he's a shit ton of defense and not a lot of offense. I fall in love with players like that all the time, and none of them end up being anything. So he might be on that same thing, but he guarded so many different positions in that singular game versus Team USA that I was super impressed, and that made me want to go do some deep diving into him.
He guarded KD.
He really feels like he can be an elite level defender at the NBA level. It's mostly about, can he contribute offensively, which we shall see.
Yeah, he could make out of the pick and roll. He'd be all right. He gonna be a high energy guy. I like him. I think a team like OKC should take his ass with one of their picks, or maybe even the Hawks, depending on what they do with John Collins. You know what I'm saying?
But I see him, and maybe I'm wrong here. When I watch him, he reminds me of Onyeka Okongwu already, right? Of them being pretty solid defensively, guarding 3s, 4s, and some 5s.
Yeah, I think he moves better than Okongwu, but I mean, I could see the similarities there. He reminds me of like a fake-ass Draymond Green. No disrespect to him, but
If you can become a Draymond Green type dude,
because
you got a long
defensively
NBA career.
he's everywhere. He's blocked shots. He's guarding the perimeter, switching, growing, and then he runs the court so fucking good. Like, he is beating motherfuckers up the court. That's why I say, like, Okongwu, he moves a lot better than him, and Okongwu moves well for a big.
Yeah,
Garuba, he is gone.
Yeah,
He be out of the fucking frame watching him film. He be gone. So, yeah, I like, one of my guys is JT Thor from Auburn. I love JT Thor. JT Thor is the man. JT Thor can be potentially a steal in this draft, depending on where he's taken.